Whoa.
Biggest of the day.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If it looks like I just woke up, that's because I did. It's early, and today we're trying to catch a personal best perch. It's not very nice out here today. It's pretty cold, very windy. I think if we catch any sort of fish, then that'll warm us up. No, it won't. It'll cool. Catching a fish will probably make us colder, but at least it'll make it worthwhile coming out here today. So I've got to find the depth with this float, and we can get started. Today's tactics are going to be float fishing, and we're going to use worms, live baits, and maybe give it a go on the lures as well. The perch in there are huge, and I'm just desperate to figure out what method is going to work to catch them. We're at Charlie's Lake, hence the plant pot in every swim. So that's going to keep me company whilst I sit here, get cold, and hopefully smash my personal best. The setup that we've got on the rods today is a paternoster rig, and that means that the float can slide up the line to any depth, and you have a weight on the bottom with your hook bait suspended between the two. The length of this weak link, which has got the lead hanging on the end, dictates how far off the bottom the bait can be. So with this, a bunch of worms or a live bait can't end up snagged on the bottom because that's the furthest down they can reach. The weight's on the bottom, the float's sitting on the surface, and the bait's stuck between the two. Now obviously when the float slides up towards the surface, something has to stop it. And to do that, I've got a bit of marker gum. I can't see where it is. It's a very deep lake, this, so my marker gum is quite a long way up the rod. There it is. And what that means is the line can slide down through the float until it hits that, and that's where it will stop, and the depth will be set. Need to make it a tiny bit deeper, and this one's ready to go.
Rocks are a solid object, Carl.
Yeah, I know, but
maybe if you put it in this draft.
Got it.
There we go.
Got it. I knew I could do it. I knew I had it in me.
So now you're fishing 3 rods.
Well, no, one of these
rods
is for you, Alex.
Oh.
Because I think the rules are only 2 rods, so it's definitely not mine. It's yours.
Nice.
Your rod, by the way, just for your information, is the rod that doesn't get a bite.
Oh yeah.
So if one of them isn't getting a bite, like this one, it's not getting a bite.
Yeah.
Well, actually, none of the rods are getting a bite. So they're all yours.
At the moment.
Yeah, and then if this one starts bobbing, it's mine.
Okay.
And that's the way that Carl is finally going to catch bigger perch than Alex. What we're gonna have for breakfast?
Mouldy grapes.
Mouldy grapes, mouldy cheese, and nuts. Roasted cashew nuts, wow. Oh, they got salt and pepper on them. Mmm. That is delicious. There's a fish. Oh, that'll do. That's a good start. We got a fish. It's a perch. Hey, we caught one, Alex.
Nice job.
Oh, I was starting to think we weren't going to get a bite. Well, I'm glad we got one. It's a small start, but it's a start. I think as the day goes on, if we keep at it, there's definitely a chance of catching one. Not this big, but about that big. The average size has got bigger since we were here last. This one took a juicy worm. Very nice. Catching on both baits. Not huge, but he's a good one.
That is colossal.
Right.
If that one's taking that, can you imagine, boys?
How would that fish even be digested? But it doesn't work. Like, the sun looks low in the sky, like it's evening time, but to be honest, it's actually about 1:30. The sun is low in the sky all day at this time of year. I've put worms onto 2 of the rods, and they've actually done okay. I've caught a couple. Still not huge perch, but getting bites means I'm working my way through them, hopefully getting closer to catching one. Sorry, I keep looking to the side of the camera. That's because I'm staring at my floats. The bites have been quite delicate. The floats just bobbed just a little bit, and that's been enough to signal that there's a perch on the end. So I've got to concentrate on the floats, keep working at it, and hope that my prayers for a 4-pound perch are answered. The size of that bait and the size of that perch. Oh, that's just, oh, I thought it was going to be huge. Are you serious? Is this some kind of joke? I don't understand how that perch thought that was supposed to be food. That's like the same size as the last one, I think. But really definitely expected a bigger perch to take the size of that bait, but shows how greedy they are. Just gotta hope the big ones are on the munch as well. Whilst I had chosen a static approach, fishing multiple rods in one area, my brother was getting itchy feet behind the camera, so decided to do some drop shot fishing.
We've got a size 6 drop shot hook. I'm just gonna hook on this worm and that'll wriggle like that, and the weight will go on the bottom. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Oh, that's a bite. Yep, we've got one. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful little perch. Yes. They might not be very big, but there's a lot of fun catching them.
We had caught a few perch now, but to be truthful, I was just a little disappointed to have not found one of the lake's 3 or 4 pounders. We decided to move around to the other side of the lake. We were catching the odd fish around there, but it went very quiet for the last probably hour and a half, 2 hours. So we've decided to move one more time, fish in different areas, hopefully find a big one. What do you reckon? We've got about an hour of light left. Normally, around dusk is the best time for perch, so fingers crossed. Just want that one big fish. It's exciting stuff when you get a bite just on dusk. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Mate, it's getting going. How big's that? That's my biggest one.
Whoa.
Biggest of the day.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That was worth moving swim. Oh, I'm smiling now because that is a proper one. Lovely perch, and all it took was just a change swim, fish a new bit of water. Brilliant, absolutely amazing result. It was worth persevering. Awesome.